Glad to have you with us in Jonesboro, Arkansas. Centennial Bank Stadium, home to the Red Wolves of Arkansas State, and fans have been fired up for this one all day. Today, a couple of Sun Belt rivals ready to square off. As we'll see, the Marshall Thundering Herd taking on the Arkansas State Red Wolves. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And the Red Wolves will kick it away to start us off. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. The Thundering Herd offense takes the field for the first possession of the game. But Jesse, it's always fun to see a guy who's been challenged, see if he can answer the bell and get things done.
Well, we talked to him this week, and he knows that people are out there questioning him. I think that leaves a big chip on his shoulder, David. He wants to prove to the entire college football world he's got what it takes to win this football game. This is a big test for him.
And here's the thing, proving it is one thing, Jesse, but it's not about you. And this is a team game. Obviously, the quarterback position is so dependent on others' success, but play within yourself, make those plays, don't make the big mistakes.
Marshall now lines up trying to convert on 3rd and short. Motion from the wideout. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40.
And first down for the offense.
They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. On the option. Quick toss. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
It's a veteran defense. They've seen option before. They were prepared to see it in this game, and you're seeing it on that play right there. Everybody doing a great job with assignment football, staying in their gaps, accounting for anyone who can have the football. They were ready for the pitch guy that time, and they're able to make a quick stop.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Second down coming up. They'll send the back in motion. Back to throw. It's long. Those two not on the same page. It's incomplete.
Well, give the defense credit because they're forcing this quarterback to throw into very small windows under duress.
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. Marshall will be forced to punt. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he's stopped. So Arkansas State's offense will get the ball for the first time. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
And it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. Like they lead by example, then they start to learn their voice and lead the team. But every week, guys that you can count on, they punch the clock, and they're hard workers.
They try to pop a run on the draw. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Rushes on him. And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
Man, you can't draw it up any better than that. First possession, force a 3rd down. You want to shut the home crowd up, sack the quarterback, create some momentum. Now you're getting the football back to your offense, probably with great field position.
Gets off his first one of the day. He was called on 5 times in the victory last week. Makes a move. Looking everywhere for room to run, but really good coverage, and he'll step out of bounds. They'll start this drive at their own 48. Oh, he's looking to throw. He'll throw it. That one falls incomplete. They reached into the bag of tricks on first down and couldn't pull it off.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
The Thundering Herd trying to dial one up to convert on third down. Looking to throw, it's long. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41. Marshall will be forced to punt. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Fair catch is signaled and made, and they'll go to work from the 27-yard line. Let's see if they can put together a drive starting from their own 28. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. The play action fake. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
Defense came on the field with fresh legs, and here on just the second play of the drive, they're able to get a sack.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. He'll pull it on the read. He is denied, cannot get to the first down marker, and it's fourth down coming. The Red Wolves will punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on it. They'll open this drive and snap it from the 44. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. And the pass interference penalty is costly, wiping out the turnover. Looking downfield on first down. Quickly out on the screen to the wide receiver. Here comes the offense on second down. On the option. Fights off a defender. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
You can skin the cat a lot of different ways. You're just trying to get enough yards to pick up that first down. It's not the dive man. It's not the quarterback. He makes the right read, pitches it out, and he's just able to get enough to keep these sticks moving.
He's moving out of the pocket. He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play. Marshall might go for a big play here on second and short. Bring in the heat. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this third and long. They'll move the wide receiver. Wants to throw. It's long. Looking left. Tosses it incomplete. They'll have to settle for a field goal attempt. He just barely got enough of that one and just barely kept it straight enough, too. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
Here's the return from inside his 10. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. He'll keep it himself. And this one will be stopped for no gain. And the Red Wolves in the hurry up.
Really nice job by the defense shutting down all the options. Don't let him get into his reading phase. Go get him right now, play sound, and more importantly, tackle him and get him on the ground.
They'll give it to the back. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few. The Red Wolves are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They'll run the option. Good pick up there. He gets enough for the first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. He'll do it himself. He has the first and still on his feet. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. And the Red Wolves look to keep this drive humming. They'll try the run. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
Dropping back, it's Flowers. Shoots it to the left. And the deflection on 3rd down. How big is that? Forces a 4th down. The Red Wolves decide to punt it away. Looks it all the way in and now turns his attention upfield. They'll get down and put a stop for the return at about the 28-yard line. Gives it on the option. Got the first down. Looking for more. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. The option look. Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Marshall comes to the line way behind the sticks here on 2nd and long. Tries to do it himself on the draw. They've got him in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of pretty much what he got on the previous play. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there. Marshall will be forced to punt. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Fair catch called for and made around the 20-yard line. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23. And the Red Wolves moving quickly to the line.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
The offense lining up for a first down play.
And after giving up a long run defensively, they don't have a chance to substitute now. They've got to get ready to go because the offense is going tempo.
Looking to pass. It's Flowers. Caught in the backfield. It's Hawkins. They'll run him out of bounds, but look what's on the ground. Penalty marker. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. They'll move the tight end. Single back formation, and they give it to him. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, there was just nowhere to go for the runner on that last play. Just way too much penetration up front, and as a result, they lose yardage.
The Red Wolves now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Motion from the wide receiver. Leaves it with the running back. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. And the Red Wolves need a massive chunk play to move the sticks here on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. And the offense will stay on the field. Do you think they're just going to try to make the defense jump? Guys, it is Marshall carrying the lead into the quarter break. One period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the second quarter. The Red Wolves will send out the punt unit. Fourth time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Nice job to make the fair catch at the 16. Make sure that ball didn't bounce into the coffin corner. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Looks as if the defense was a little too eager there, got into the neutral zone, and that'll be a 5-yard penalty.
Neutral zone contact. Defense.
So the offense accepts the penalty, and they'll get a little farther away from their own end zone. Here comes the option. They go to the ground. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? The Thundering Herd to the line, facing a second and short. Wide receiver going in motion. Goes to the option. To the ground with the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. On the option. He'll toss it. Plows through the defense. They'll finally make the tackle, but that option was executed to perfection. They'll run the option. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Marshall comes to the line way behind the sticks here on second and long. QB draw. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. Marshall will be forced to punt. He's getting a lot of work. Fourth time he's punted tonight. Fair catch is called for in the midst of all this rain. Concentrate on one thing. Make the catch. Looking to throw, it's Flowers. They'll run the screen. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. And the Red Wolves headed quickly to the line.
This is no surprise to defenses anymore. Everybody throws wide receiver screens, and you could tell they were ready for it. They saw the quick game. They pounced on it, got the wide receiver on the ground. That's not the first time they've seen that.
Complete downfield. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Makes the catch. It's Summers. Gets him on the ground at the 28, but not before a big 10-yard pickup.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20. The Red Wolves with a second and short to keep this drive moving. The give to the tailback. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. A manageable distance on third down as they try to convert from the 20. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. They'll send out the kicker here. He needs to make sure those mechanics are pure from the right hash and 40 yards away. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And that's going to give us a tie ball game.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy. Here
he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Now on the option. And he never had a chance to get the pitch off on the option as he's tackled in the backfield. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Marshall comes to the line facing third and long. Scanning the field, it's long. Throws to the tight end. Or did he find a hole in that secondary? And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line.
Man, you could almost feel the quarterback's eyes getting big on that completion. I don't think even he could believe how wide open his target was. He knew, man, if I just get this to him accurately, something really good is going to happen. That's exactly what transpired. Nice throw, nice catch, nice play.
Marshall comes to the line way behind the sticks here on second and long. Power football with the run. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Marshall! That is what we call in the industry a defensive breakdown. That guy was loose for the big play.
Busted coverage, really bad execution. Somebody slips, somebody falls. Nothing about that defensively is something you're looking for, but the offense will take it and get the easy touchdown.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, a big-time top 25 duel. Let's get right to the pictures. Oregon is just getting tuned up today. This is like watching an MMA fight where you start to question your own morals. Who sanctioned this bout? They're trailing by 14 to Nebraska. We'll let you know if anything else comes out of Big Ten country from this one. Back to you.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. And the Red Wolves racing to the line in the hurry-up.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Keeps it on the bootleg, looking to throw. Inside the 45. And the ball slipped out. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
Fumbles are great when you force them, and you're always thinking about as a defensive player. But, man, when the weather conditions start to come down, it starts to rain, and you know that ball's a little bit slick, and you know more runs are coming, you really try to get to that football. Nice job getting the football out, falling on top of it, forcing the turnover.
First play of this drive comes from the 35-yard line. Off the play fake on first down. Unloads it left. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Behind the chains now on second and long. He wants to throw. It's incomplete. They've been waiting to run that one and couldn't quite pull it off. It's third down. Looking for a man. It's long. Here comes the rush, and they've got it wrapped up at the 28. They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. Punt is on its way. Makes the catch at the 35. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he's stopped. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Good field position here as they start this drive from their 43. He'll ride his man on the option. He'll toss it. We've seen a ton of this tonight. They just keep giving him the ball, and he keeps running into brick walls. Not much running room again. Wants to go up top. Pressure coming. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. Got to get to the line quickly for this third down play. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down. The kick is on its way. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. He'll pull it down. Still running at the 40. Wide open spaces.
Well, he does a really nice job buying time, and I love the awareness there, understanding no one's open downfield, knowing where the sticks are, and he's able to use his athleticism to get that first down.
Wants to go up top on first down. A safe call on the wide receiver screen. And good blocking in space out there to give him enough room to pick up the first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Keeps looking downfield. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Looking to throw, it's Fox. Under fire. And the pressure gets to him again. Another sack.
How about this defense in this game so far? Already 5 sacks, and we're only in the second quarter. I think if you're the offensive coordinator, you have got to start mixing up these play calls, moving the pocket, get your quarterback away from danger because it's obvious. This offensive line, they cannot hold up, and they cannot get it done.
Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Marshall will be forced to punt. They'll look to pin him deep. Oh, this is a bad shank. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. They'll start this drive going to the air. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go. So now it's second and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Catch in the middle, it's Hatchett. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. On third down, he drops the throw. He lost one down the sideline. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, it is hard to beat Jonesboro when that town is buzzing as it is today. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Centennial Bank Stadium.
Second half just about ready to go, and Marshall will kick it off. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. First play from scrimmage here in the second half, and they'll keep it on the ground. This has been happening all night. They stubbornly keep giving him the ball, and the defense is all over him. Quarterback on the keeper. Just wanted to find a little space to run and ekes out some to get it up to the 21. To the air, it's Flowers. Release to the back. Got it in the middle, it's Hatchett. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that, you got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
The Red Wolves want to crank the tempo.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
Tight end now in motion. He'll pull it on the read. Keeps it and gets past the chains. That'll be enough for a first down as he crosses the 50 and gets it to the 48. And the Red Wolves are marching down the field. Been showing them the run. Now they'll throw it. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. Oh, man, they've already lost one quarterback today. Now the backup comes in and has to take a shot.
Man, I might think about protecting my QB a little better. I already lost one. Now your second guy gets hit, and you got to keep this guy healthy. You got to keep him upright. You got to protect your quarterback, man.
The Red Wolves trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Just going to keep it after the snap. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. And the Red Wolves need their binoculars to find that line to gain here on third down. Here's the pressure. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Now look what I found. I'd say that's a stroke of good fortune. The offense keeps it.
It's so hard to force fumbles, and when you do, you so badly want to get them. You're crawling, you're doing whatever you can to get there as a defender, but the offense fortunate enough to cover it back up.
The Red Wolves will bring the punt team onto the field. We've seen a lot of the punt team 6th time tonight. Take the return out of the equation in this rainy weather. Fair catch is signaled for and made. So the first play of the drive will come from the 43. Here comes the heat. It falls incomplete. How about the trickeration on first down that just goes awry? Working well behind the sticks on second down. Back to throw. It's long. Pocket breaking down. They get to him as he throws. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Thundering Herd trying to dial one up to convert on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. And they can't complete the bullet pass on third down. Marshall will be forced to punt. Just needs a crack to get a return. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. They'll christen this drive from the 28-yard line. Out of the gun to give to the back. Defense is there to greet him again, and they are ready, and he has found nowhere to run tonight.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
Gives it on the option. Nice move to keep running. How about this confidence in the running game, and he picks up 9, just short of the marker. It'll be 4th and 1. The offense stays on the field. Maybe they'll try to make the defense jump. They also might try to run it ahead for 1 yard. Bought a little time, lets it go. Hauls it in, the first down and more. And they get him down at the 43, but this is the kind of explosive play you want to build on.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's 4th down, you're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
And this one will be stopped for no gain. And the Red Wolves are in the hurry-up. Dropping back, it's Flowers. Throws for the tight end. It's complete. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end.
Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Red Wolves with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Finding an escape route. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 3, but he is inside the 30 to the 29. He'll keep it himself. They stop him short of the sticks, and it'll be 4th down. And here comes the field goal unit for the 2nd time tonight. This might be a little easier if it were straight on, but a 43-yarder from the right hash. Splits the uprights, it's good. That'll bring him to within 4.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. Wide receiver comes in motion. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Back to pass. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
And every time he gets brought down, everybody kind of gasps for a second because you're already on quarterback number 2, and you got to protect him. You got to keep him upright. The least amount of hits as possible because you definitely don't want to go to QB number 3.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Shakes off the defender. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. Kick is in the air. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. So the first play of the drive starting here from the 45. Give to the running back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. On the option. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. And the running game has gone in the wrong direction. The offense tries to turn it around and go forward on 3rd down. Back to throw, it's Flowers. He's got it down the middle. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. And the Red Wolves will line up to punt it away. He'll make the fair catch at the 13, and they will have less than favorable field position here. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. With jet sweep pass. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. The give on the option. Turning on the Jets. He gets it all the way out to the 19-yard line, a pickup of 6. Chance to build a little momentum here by converting this 3rd down from deep in your own territory. Oh, they're after him. Pressure's there, and he gets rid of it. Marshall will be forced to punt. Fair catch is called for. In the midst of all this rain. Just concentrate on one thing, making the catch. Motion from the wideout. Looks as if he's going to run it. Finds a little space. And he gets out of there and gets some yardage and gets down without taking any punishment. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line.
And how about that? Right after they get the explosive play running the ball, they're going right back to the line of scrimmage for some tempo.
And they'll drag him down. That's likely the last play of the 3rd quarter. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. We've reached the break, and Marshall is on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Now the play fake. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
That is now the 7th sack on defense. This offense cannot protect their QB. It doesn't matter if the defense is blitzing or if they're just winning one-on-one. 7 sacks? That's just ridiculous.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Makes the grab. It's Summers. What a play by this defense, and they stop him short. It'll be 4th down. They punted away on 4th down. Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. They run the reverse. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. To the air. It's Fox. The throw. And it's picked off. That's the turnover they desperately needed. Touchdown, Red Wolves. The defense putting points on the board.
So much pressure on this defense just to get a stop on this drive. They were trailing, but after that turn of events and the interception, they've now got the lead. And remember, they're going to have to come right back on the field. They've got to be able to refocus themselves. But what a play.
This one's big to make sure they can't beat you with a field goal. And it's good, and he's got the lead up to 3 late. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great top 25 matchup. Oregon is in trouble right now, and unless something drastic changes, we're looking at foie gras on the menu tonight in Eugene. They're trailing by 31 to Nebraska.
On the option.
Just another week in the Big Ten where the only constant is chaos, fellas.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Marshall comes to the line way behind the sticks here on 2nd and long. They'll move the wide receiver. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Those two failed to make the connection. It's an incomplete pass. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Got a man in the middle. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Looking to throw again.
And this is why this team is losing this game. They cannot protect their quarterback. He's already been sacked a bunch of times. Almost got sacked right there. This guy doesn't have a chance with the way this offensive line is playing.
Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
Well, the defense, they're smelling water now. Of course, they've already knocked the starting quarterback out of this game, and now with the backup in, they're bringing more pressure. It almost looks like they're more excited to get after him. This is just a very excited, very emotional defense right now.
Arkansas State has it ready to go to work on offense. They'll start this drive from their own 35-yard line. They weren't able to move it on their last possession, ended up punting it away, but now in a tight game, another opportunity for this offense. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. The Red Wolves come to the line in the hurry-up.
Well, the defense makes the tackle. They give up the first down. They've now got to communicate the next play call. They can't substitute because the offense is going fast.
Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football, and the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
They'll back him up with a holding penalty this time. They've spent most of the day backing them up with sacks anyway. Line getting set on second down. Looking for space. It's Hatchett. There he goes! And they get him down. And the Red Wolves come to the line on third and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Trying to pick it up on the ground. They thought they could just run it on third and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. The Red Wolves line up to punt it away. Now on the return. Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. The Marshall offense makes its way back onto the field. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. They'll run the option. He'll pitch it. Pitch up the first down, still moving. A tremendous run. He was full bore after taking that pitch. Just sweet execution. Marshall got that running game going on the last play. Let's see what they have here. From the gun, the ground game. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, or whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them, because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated this entire game.
And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. Marshall will be forced to punt. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Wouldn't call it a shank, but I don't think he'll include it on his greatest hits. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on him. Guys, we'll see if this Red Wolves offense can get moving. After 3 consecutive punts, we'll see if they can dial up something that can get this offense moving forward. First snap of this drive comes from their own 44. Drives to the back and leaves it on the option. We've seen a ton of this tonight. They just keep giving him the ball, and he keeps running into brick walls. Not much running room again. Looking downfield, it's Flowers. And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete.
Well, he didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell in.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win first and second down. You set up third and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force fourth downs.
And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. It's a reverse. Knocked down way behind the line of scrimmage. It's going to be a loss of 7.
Well, the offense is trying to go with a trick play, and they're dialing up the reverse, but the defense had great eye discipline. They tracked the football from the running back to the receiver.
There he goes. He'll work his way up to the 24-yard line before being shoved out of bounds.
Hey, man, sometimes you get the perfect play call at the perfect time. That time the defense blitzing, offensive line allowed everybody to run upfield, and they snapped.
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. Marshall will be forced to punt. A low line drive and short kick. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Arkansas State ready to go back to work on offense. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They've got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
Keep working on that clock. It's a seam wide open. They'll make the stop, but he gets 4 on the play. Ball's at the 25. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Red Wolves are facing 3rd and inches. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. Oh, he's got enough space. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Arkansas State.
Hey, man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the 4th quarter, everything going in their direction.
And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. On the run from inside his own 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Marshall comes to the line way behind the sticks here on 2nd and long. Looking downfield, it's Fox. It's complete to the right. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. Fox stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. The Thundering Herd needing a ton of ground to get it to that first down marker. Looking to the big tight end. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. This offense has it with really good field position. They'll leave it with him. Creates a little room. Picks up the first down. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain. Inside the 25, they'll snap it from the 24. First down. From the gun, running back gets to give. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. I'd expect we're going to get another dose of the running game at this point, even though it's 2nd and 11. He'll do it himself. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Quite a bit of work to do on 3rd down from the 23, and this D would love to force a field goal try. The give to the fullback. No more room to run as this defense rises up on 3rd down, and now it's 4th down from the 22. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. It's good. Easy call for the ref. And they'll push that lead out a little further. They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away.
I really like the decision by this offense because now they got to score 2 touchdowns. Time is not on their side. I can stay very, very conservative. Use that clock. I like the decision by this offense.
They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Back to pass, it's Fox. Got his man quickly. At the 35, he's loose. And he's out of bounds, but not before a good, sizable pickup, and that has been a rare sight in this one. Wants to throw on 1st down. Under fire. Makes a connection. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. Looking to throw on 1st down. Here's a heat. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
Man, that's crippling because offensively you had to do something with the football, make a play. You fumble the ball, put it on the turf. Defense recovers. With this deficit, ball game over.
Not only the scoreboard, but the clock on the side of the offense as they take a knee, though the D can stop it a couple more times. You're going to hear guys after this game say, got to work harder, got to be more intense. You know, sometimes the harder you try, the worse it gets. And it seemed to me that's what happened out there today.
Yeah, it just never really got into a rhythm for this team. There's no doubt they've got a lot of very talented players on both sides of the ball. So, David, I don't think this is a situation where they need to now freak out and try to reinvent things on either side of the football. Just being in better rhythm early and trying to find that in their next game, I think would go a long way.
Yeah, and it's just finding a couple of those plays. What do I do really, really well? Let's continue to build on that. Let's take away these negative plays. Let's take away these turnovers. How do we create more turnovers? I think that rhythm you're talking about, Jesse, finding those things that I do well, building on them, and doing more of them.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.